Hi, welcome to Stamping with Kay. Today we're going to be making this vintage card. It was really simple and easy. We're going to use the Hearts of Flutter stamp set by Stampin Up. It's got lots of wonderful Valentine images. It also comes with a set of framelits that match the stamp images. So let's get started. One of the things we're going to be using making this card is this is called the Embellishments Artisan Kit, and inside this kit there are some doilies and some beautiful lace that we're going to be using. They have some flowers in it, but it was too rough, so I decided to use some of these new flowers. This is the Vanilla 5/8 flower trim, and so we're going to be using those items to help make the card. We're starting with a piece of very vanilla cardstock, and this one is 8.5 by 5.5. We're going to just fold it in half to form our base card. The next piece is, this is a rose red, and this is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then we have another piece of very vanilla, and this one is 3 3/4 inches by 5 inches. We're using the paper doilies. This is called white tea lace paper doilies. I'm going to use one of these, but you also get doilies inside the Artisan Embellishment Kit. They had two. One was a circular one and one is a heart. So I'm taking the doilies, and what I did was I cut one in half, and then I took just a sponge dauber, and I took some crumb cake ink from my stamping pad, and I just inked it up real well. It gives it a vintage look. And then I'm going to take this, run my snail over it, and just attach it to the side. Then I'm going to take this sheet, and I'm going to go on at this point and attach it to the rose red cardstock. And you can either use the Tombow glue. Right now I'm in Florida, and I'm finding the snail does not hold as well in this humidity. So once you have that attached, then you're going to take a piece of linen thread, and I'm just holding it straight, about like that. I'm going to take some regular Scotch tape and just tape it down. The snail is not strong enough to hold it. That's going to be like that. Cut out my tags using the framelits. And at this point, I'm going to be decorating them. One of the tricks, like on this very first one, I've got the rose red, and then I also did one in very vanilla, which are the same size. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my snips, and I'm going to just cut off a little bit on each side, maybe I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to take my snail, put a little adhesive on it, and then I'm going to line it up like so, and then just turn it over and cut off the top. Now on this one, I used a little crumb cake, and I went over the edges. Now I'm going to be doing the same method with the other two tags. Okay, I've got my tags all ready. Now it's just time to decorate them. I'm going to take one of the flowers, from the vanilla trim, and I'm going to just sponge a little bit of crumb cake on it. It has a netting on the back of it, so I'm going to just trim the netting down. Use a little Tombow. And just place my flower right in the center. I think I'm going to use some of the pearls from the Jules Basic Pearl. And I like to just pick them up with my scissors. And I think I'm going to place a pearl right there. I'm going to just cut off a little snippet. Gonna lay some snail on the back. Just wrap it around. Cut off a little too much. Once I've got my lace applied, I'm going to take a small heart, and I also did the edges in the heart and some crumb cake. And I'm going to take a piece of a dimensional and place that in the middle. I think I also want to put a pearl on the heart here. On this third tag, this is some beautiful lace that comes with the artisan kit, the embellishments artisan kit. And I'm just going to take a small piece of it and I'm going to glue it down and fold it over. Now on the top of this tag, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get a couple of dimensional. I think I'm going to take 3 of the tiny pearls. Okay. Now we've got all 3 of our tags embellished, and we want to apply them to the card. Now what I have found best to do is you're going to use your dimensionals, and I take 1 dimensional, cut it in half, and place 1/2 at the top. Then I'd leave just a little bit of space for the cord to go through, and then lay down the other dimensional. So we're going to do these to all 3 of the tags. I've got my dimensionals applied to all 3 of the tags, and then what I found is that I want to take the middle one, which is going to be this one. I'm going to line it up where the linen thread is, and then I'm going to pull down just a little bit. So I want to be sure I get that in the middle. And I can just sort of at that point place these on either side. And then you have your banner. The original card, I stamped Be My Valentine on it and put a little pearl here. On this one, I'm going to be stamping Hello Friend, because this is going off to a friend of mine. I hope you enjoyed making the card, and come back and join us at stampingwithkaye.com. Thanks.